Welcome to the Drake Shake, a polar podcast hosted by seasoned Antarctica expedition guide Neil Drake. With over 10 seasons guiding, 1,000 days spent on the ice, Neil will be joined by fellow guides and industry experts to share their years of experience and knowledge to help you make the most informed decision when planning your once-in-a-lifetime adventure. From picking the right itinerary to deciding when to go, we will cover it all. The Drake Shake is brought to you by Antarctica Travel Group and Let'sGoPolar.com. Now, here's your host, Neil Drake, with this week's episode.
Welcome, everybody, to a very special bonus episode of the Drake Shake podcast. My name is Neil, and I'll be your special bonus host, and I have a special bonus co-host, Nikki. Why people listen to us, I don't get it. Nikki laughs when I say it, and it's a huge confidence booster. And then we got today's special bonus guest. We got Chelsea. Say hi, everybody. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Chelsea works in the office. It's pretty much like a ragtag duo of misfits in our sales department. And it's Nikki and Chelsea who pretty much handle everything. And if you've been in our emails and you've been in talks with our team, you've definitely had correspondence with Chelsea. If you're in the ATG group, she's really active in there. So Chelsea, welcome to the show. I don't want to banter too much on this one because I do want to keep this pretty short and to the point. This is a bonus episode. So what the plan is that we're going to be doing deal roundup episodes. And these are going to be filler episodes. These are going to be bonus episodes. These are going to be really good episodes for people to reference to when they're trying to make a decision on picking a trip and they're in the planning phases. We'll just see how this goes. I do want to caveat and say that it's always been a goal of ours to not make the Drake Shake podcast a sales pitch, right? We let people know what we do. We own a travel agency. We've got a rock star team of people who do the research for you, plan the trip for you, prepare you for the trip. We got an office, about 10 people in our office right now, from people who handle the manifest, people who handle the invoicing. We started off, it was just me. And then my wife joined the team, and then my best friend Ricardo joined the team, and then my wife's best friend joined the team, which is Chelsea, and then Nikki randomly joined the team.
Sneaked my way in.
I'm a best friend.
Just snuck in. And then Ricardo's fiance Anderson joined the team, and then we've got Maniba over in Pakistan she's our jack of all trades. We got a pretty solid team over here. We've always wanted to keep the episodes informative, transparent, neutral, not to be a sales pitch. However, we do like to remind people what we do. So I'm going to make these bonus episodes a little different than the regular ones, because consider this where we focus all the sales pitch effort. So caveat. What we're going to be discussing in this episode, I've got the two sales girls on the episode today because they're the ones who deal with this day to day. They're the ones who are looking every single day at what deals are out there, what the offers look like. And if you're listening to this episode, today's date is June 16th. I would say that we're going to talk about our charters. We're going to talk about our group trips, but we're going to talk about what deals and offers and availability there are. And if you're listening to this episode, I would say 3 to 4 weeks from the release date of this. It's now June 16th. We're going to put this out pretty ASAP. If you're in July, I would just wait for the new episode because a lot of this information will be
irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Great word. Except for the charters and stuff. But availability is changing. Pricing is changing. It's getting kind of wild. So let's just jump right into this. Let's just start off with how is the 26-27 season looking from a booking standpoint right now?
It's straight up wild. There are so many trips that are completely sold out. There are so many trips that have 1 or 2 spaces left. There are so many trips that are a little bit further out in the season that already have like a 30 or 40% discount. So they're starting to sell up really quickly as well. It's kind of madness, honestly.
So when we're looking at the sold outness, is that a word, sold outness? Where are we seeing a lot more sold outness is the question. So because a lot of people want to book with a specific company, Oceanwide, Polar Latitudes, Quark. Give me the list of the companies that are really, really low in availability right now.
The most that's low in availability, I would say, is Polar Latitudes.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, they're the ones that only have a female berth in this cabin, one cabin, and you might have a handful of 5 different cabins to pick from. And that's all that's left. Or some are completely sold out.
Yeah, I think their first 3 or 4 trips of the season are already completely sold out, or there might be 1 cabin left on one of them, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's wild. And that was always when we got the crazy last minute deals was always in November. This is crazy.
I would say that goes for the Arctic and Antarctica with Polar Latitudes.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, they're super booked up. And then I would also say Anterply is very, very sold out because they are one of the most, for people who are more budget conscious. Yeah, one of the more one of the more budget-friendly options. So for them, definitively, their first trip of the season is a South Georgia trip. It's not completely sold out yet, but 2 of the room types are. But then the next 3 trips are completely sold out. The following trip has 3 sold out room types. The following 2 trips are completely sold out. Then there's like one rogue one in December that has some decent availability, but yeah, their first like almost 9 trips have almost no space left.
And what's wild is that Enterply is one of the companies that we've always been able to rely on for having last minute deals toward the season start. So we can always get good discounts with them. And they're usually always, whenever we're like, oh, our cheapest deal right now is $6,800, it's always with Enterply. So the fact that they're sold out right now means that, one, the rest of the market is not offering any discounts. So Enterply is able to sell a little bit earlier this time of year because they are more affordable. And we're not going to see last minute discounts with them because they don't have the availability to do so, which means that the entire market is going to be slid up in terms of pricing.
So those are the companies that are having really limited availability. But Chelsea, which companies are there that we're still seeing a good amount of availability, a good amount of space? Where are we seeing a lot of availability right now?
For the luxury side, I would say Swan and Aurora are the 2 that have the most availability there. I'm still seeing a lot of availability with Terra Nova and G Adventures on the more like affordable side. And then mid-range, that one's the harder one, to be honest. It's like all the mid-range is what is being grabbed, right? And what's left is super luxury or the more affordable.
Can we talk about Terra Nova for 1 second? Because I think that the reason there's a lot of availability on Terra Nova is because they're a newer company and people are a little hesitant or nervous to book them for being a new company. We've been quiet about this, but I do think it's worth mentioning that I actually am on the board for Terra Nova, and I have been working alongside Amanda, who is head of operations over there. How do I go about saying this? The team that Amanda has put together for Terra Nova is so incredibly talented that it's the dream team for Antarctic expedition guides. I'm really happy with what they put together. I know that people get worried about new companies, but Terra Nova is founded by Greg, who's been on the show before, who's got 20 plus years of experience in the industry. The ship is solid, and the expedition guides are all coming from different companies with a lot of robust experience. So I don't want people to feel hesitant or nervous when they're booking Terra Nova. I'm sort of overseeing the guest experience on board, working with the team at Terra Nova to develop this product to make sure that it's met to a certain standard. And if anything, I think that the Terra Nova team themselves have done a fantastic job. So Terra Nova has a lot of availability. And if you're looking for a really awesome trip, Terra Nova should absolutely be on everybody's radar. I think it's going to be a really good trip.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really, really excited about what they're doing and the fact that it's all inclusive and all of the activities and smaller ship. I'm really, really looking forward to our group trip there in February.
Chelsea, how have the Terra Nova bookings been? Are people getting really excited about it? Do you hear people saying that they're a little hesitant about it?
I do get a lot of people that are hesitant about it. And when I get those people, I try to encourage them to get on the phone with me so that we could talk about it. And I would say like 95% of the time after we talk about it, they feel comfortable and end up proceeding forward.
The thing I've been saying to people who have been emailing and saying, oh, they're a new company, I don't see any reviews, I'm a little bit nervous. And I understand that completely. We live in a world where most people don't do anything without reading the reviews of it. But we wouldn't be choosing Terra Nova for our charter if we didn't completely 100% believe in their product and what they're going to deliver.
That's a great way to put it. And we're gonna talk about our charters here in a minute and our group trips here in a minute. Pricing wise, what are you girls seeing for the pricing of this season? Like, where are we at on the bottom end of things for people who are budget minded? With who? What time of year, just so people have an idea that are still trying to plan. What are we looking at right now in terms of pricing?
The most affordable trip left this season is with Enterply. It's just over $7,000 and it's in March. There have been a couple of other trips that have become discounted, but they're still in the, even if they're 30% off or whatever, they're still in the 10-ish thousand dollar range, 10, 11.
Basically here we're trying to figure out like what's the good deal. And I would say the range for your good deal would have to be between $7,000 and $8,000. If you're trying to get underneath that, good luck. Like, I just don't know if it's out there, and I don't know if it's going to be.
And that's not being said like, she's not saying good luck to be like a dick. It's genuinely like, we are hoping that we can find that for you. But we have very little faith that that is going to happen this season. And there have been so many people who, they see that 4 years ago, someone on YouTube went to Antarctica for $3,000, or last year their friend went for under $6,000, or whatever the case may be. I understand that. And I understand wanting to wait, and I understand wanting to hold out hope. But every season is different. And this season, I don't think it's going to happen. And I would love to be wrong. And that's never true in any other scenario. In this case, I would genuinely love to be like, oh, I was wrong. I would love that.
And
that would make me so happy.
And it just might not be in the cards for people who can't push their budgets. And it's a shame.
Yeah.
And I really, I've said this 4 or 5 years ago that one day I think that Antarctica is going to start pricing out a huge portion of the market. And I think it's starting to do that for a lot of people because it's not just the ticket, it's the flights and the hotels and the time off and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot that goes into it. But if you're still really trying to get to Antarctica, I would say that you have to start booking now. We don't mind, or we have always encouraged or supported the decision to wait till last minute. If you're super flexible, we did a whole episode. We're not going to turn this into a last minute deal episode. But if you're still on the fence about going, forget whether or not the pricing is going to drop. You have to be more concerned with whether or not there's going to be space available.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about 26, 27. I mean, how's 27, 28 looking?
That's what I'm saying. Even the next season, for some companies, I would say, I think I've seen it at least for Poseidon, right? Their better sales are for the 27, 28 season.
I noticed that too.
For the 26, 27 season are over or super small. The big deals are coming from there. We even have companies that are saying that we should be expecting their 28, 29 season to come out because they've sold so well in the 26, 27 and 27, 28.
Let's think about this for a moment. If companies are so well sold right now for the 26, 27 season, they have no reason to offer further incentives. So actually right now, you can think to yourself, that the early bird deals for 27, 28 and what we can expect to see for 28, 29 are going to be better than the deals you can get for 26, 27 because they're so well sold. So they're like, okay, well, we don't need to discount anything because we only got a limited availability. And they're starting to realize that if they offer really good early bird discounts, they're not going to need to slide into that last minute market. So they're going to do it again. So I'm thinking that, again, this is not going to turn into the last minute versus early bird episode. Let's reel it back for a second. Let's just talk about let's just throw out a couple really good offers. What's some things that you think people might be interested in sailing on right now? What are some good deals to South Georgia?
There's 3 really solid early season South Georgia trips right now. G Adventures just gave us 30% off of I believe it's their first South Georgia trip of the season.
October
the G
one
Adventures.
Is $12,319 for a triple.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a great price.
That's a great price. That's a great price for South Georgia.
Oceanwide is fairly close to that. Also, early October, I'm showing a quad for $13,365.
Yeah.
Anything under $15,000 for South Georgia is really good for a solo traveler or a shared room traveler. Anything? What are we looking at for twin cabins? Give me a good price range for couples, family, somebody who wants a private cabin.
You're looking at hoping to stay under 17 for a really good deal, but the average is looking to be around
I think it's 20 or
25.
25. Jeez.
Yeah, it's gone up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Since because my first trip that I did was in the 24-25 season, and the trip that I went on, I paid around a little under 10 grand for a South Georgia, Falklands, and Antarctica journey, a little under 10 grand on a last minute deal, and I booked it 3 months out. That same trip, the following season, same exact trip, same exact company, same exact dates. The lowest price I saw in the last minute deal, which was a week before traveling, not 3 months. The cheapest deal I saw was twice as much as I paid.
And I wonder if the Drake Shake podcast has anything to do with it, because I think our listeners are jumping in on these deals ways.
Well, the other thing that I want to say about the pricing and about this and that is the pricing that you see now is not always the pricing that remains for the rest of the season. We have seen operators adjust their pricing even higher, similar to an airline.
Yeah,
you
Quark
look in
did that.
one time the seat. Yes, multiple times.
Yeah, we have that happen. Or the discounts just get pulled. Yeah, there's dynamic pricing, or the discounts just get pulled completely, or especially My people, my beautiful, beautiful listeners, if you are interested in a closed market deal that we have, and we tell you there's 2 cabins, and you say, I'm going to wait for the price to go down, my loves, it's not going to happen.
You know,
It's not
she's
gonna
so
happen.
serious when she says that.
I'm so
Listen,
serious because I want to get you on I want to get you on a trip so bad. I want to get you on a trip so
listen,
bad.
these closed
And then the
market
discount
deals.
goes away.
Here's the sales pitch. Here's the sales pitch for us, right? ATG, Antarctica Travel Group. We are Let's Go Polar. We have a lot of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Influence in the industry. There are certain
we have a lot of good
travel agents.
relationships.
That's a great way to say it. There's a lot of great relationships, and it's not just us, but there's a handful of other ATGs out there and Let's Go Polars who have these relationships, and we get something called closed market deals. These are deals. Everybody in the industry knows about them. They're not allowed to be publicly published. They're never published on the operators' websites. They're never published on our websites. These are deals that are meant to be offered in a private email only or on the phone. Mm-hmm. And it's not just us who has them, right? We have a little sort of like a little secret discount pot. And we might just have we might just have a special deal in there that you didn't see anywhere else. That's where we come into play. And that's not always the case. And like Nikki is saying, you might be offered that deal, and sometimes they last for 5 days. Closed market deal, 5 days. The companies are just trying to close the books on the trip. There's a handful of cabins left or whatever it is. I want to stress that the 26-27 season, and this is what the girls are getting at, is extremely well sold out. And there is not going to be a lot of availability in the next coming months. So we have all of these, we have a handful of deals. Antarctica, we talked about the Antarctica deals. We talked about the South Georgia deals. We do have some charter opportunities. We've got December 9th to Terra Nova. We have a group trip. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to be able to make that one. I was originally going to go, but I have a family commitment I can't get out of on December 12th. So I can't make the December 9th trip. I'm planning to be in Ushuaia the day before so I can meet everybody. And I'm going to probably go on the first Terra Nova trip to do and I'm going to probably go, and I'm most likely going to go on the first pre-cruise for Terra Nova so I can go on board, meet the staff, go over a couple things, and then I'll be in Ushuaia to meet everybody. So December 9th, we do have a group trip offer on that. That's on Terra Nova. That's a 10-day classic?
Yes.
Cool. All right, and then we have a full charter on February 4th on Terra Nova. Yep. Mm-hmm. We also very limited availability on a February 4th charter. What are we looking at price wise? Where are we at for the Terra Nova charter?
Quads and twins. We have the quads for $8,490 and the twins are $9,990. And that's it. All other cabins are taken.
And those are that's our group rate charter price.
Right.
That also is different because that includes an all-inclusive drink package, which a lot of companies don't offer, but our charter does. I'll be on board. My team will be on board. We're very well close to sold out on that one. So if you're interested in joining me or my team on that trip, definitely reach out to us because space is selling fast. We're working with a couple group leaders who are bringing some groups on board. And then we may or may not be able to open up some charter opportunities on the 10X trip, depending on when or how that thing keeps going. But we'll talk about that another date. If you're looking for 27, 26, what do we have? We are about to announce a December charter as well, December full charter. I think it's December 11th. 2027. We have a full charter that we're just working out the final details on right now. So if you're interested in that,
we have the Greenland group trip.
Yep. That's going to say when we get to the Arctic. Arctic wise, if you're looking to go to the Arctic right now, there's a lot of really good deals left on the Arctic. They're not as good as they've been in the past because it is selling just as well. The Arctic deals right now are pretty good. Do you have any crazy Arctic deals?
G Adventures has had you can get a good room for under $5,000 to Svalbard with G Adventures basically across the rest of this summer.
They're 40% off.
It's not going to go lower than that, man. Like that's peanuts, bro. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
And you got a different vibe to you this episode. You're just you're not trying to be formal in front of our
she's about to bust out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm finally almost done with quarantine. I'm back to being me, baby.
Showing out bros and
she's gonna bust out of those doors.
I'm gonna leave a cartoon style shape of my body through the walls.
Let's talk about the September Greenland trip, right? We got me, My wife, Bella, who works in the company. Bella is our pre and post departure czar. She's the one who's right before you leave and right when you get back. My wife, Bella, she's the one who makes sure that you're all ready to leave. And then when you come back, that you have everything was up to standard. So me and my wife will be on board. Ricardo, who's been on the show before, will be on board. Nikki, who's our co-host, she will be on board. We're going with polar latitudes on the Ocean Albatross. What's our pricing looking like on that?
Porthole stateroom. Our price is $5,637. However, our pricing is different from what people will see online because ours includes the mandatory flight package. Yeah. Whereas if they go and look online, they'll also have to add, I think it's like $1,300 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's $1,300
for the mandatory flight package.
Yes, because there's charter flights that get you to Kangaroo-Sac. So what else do we want to just kind of touch on right now? Any other wild deals out there? Where should we start looking at? We kind of covered it all. Availability is tight. Most of the legacy companies are sold out or close to sold out. Some of the other companies still have quite a bit of availability. And I guess the summarization is like, I don't expect it to get much cheaper than it is right
now. One thing I would want to touch on is that people keep asking for South Georgia only trips. And they're just not there. They're not there. Yeah. I keep looking every time someone wants it, but I'm not seeing it. The only ones that I'm seeing are the ones that go to St. Helena or Cape Verde.
Are you having trouble finding people availability on kayaking, camping, snowshoeing, and all those kinds of things? How's that going?
The thing is that as these trips get closer to selling out, so does all the activities.
Trips are selling out, and so are the activities.
Oh yeah, so a lot of the activities are selling out. A lot of the trips are selling out. And another important thing to know is that if you want to go during one of the more popular times to travel, like over Christmas or things like that, the cheap hotels are going to sell out. The hostels are going to sell out. The guest house are going to sell out. You're going to end up, if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, you're potentially going to end up spending way more on a hotel in Ushuaia than you would have if you booked a little bit early to get a better hotel deal as well. So
this applies to people who have already booked their trip. Don't wait to book that stuff either. I am a huge last minute booker. I am a huge I'll get the hotel the night before I arrive. That's not the case anymore. So I think that's just a good caveat for people who are already booked. So let's just call this episode good here because we're going to do these frequently. We're just kind of round up what the deals look like and what the market looks like. If you're interested in booking a trip and you really want to get some professional guidance on helping plan the perfect trip, please visit our website. It's letsgopolar.com. On there, you can go through the filtering. You can see all the deals that we have. We're going to update it regularly where you see featured trips and discounted trips. And if you're not sure what you're looking for, you can always use the contact us form or the trip request form. It's right there on the top bar. And you're going to get in touch with either Chelsea or Nikki. Ricardo gets in there from time to time, but he's too busy handling other stuff. So the girls are really, really awesome at what they do.
If you go online and you go to instant message us, keep in mind that we're a small team and we can't always get to it. What helps us a lot is if you leave your email, we can get back to you. But if you don't leave your email, then we can't help you. And sometimes it's just that we couldn't pick up in those couple of seconds, but in a couple of minutes, we can reach out to you. So please, if you have a question and you're sending an instant message, include your email so that we can get back to you. Very important. Yeah. Or even just put in the chat your phone number and we can even reach out to you there.
Yeah, but if you the live chat feature on our website is actually a live chat. It is me or Chelsea answering.
Yeah, we don't do AI bots. We don't have AI. We don't have AI bots. Yeah. So thank you. That's a really good point. Reach out to us. Visit our website. You can see the chat bot in the bottom right corner. There's also, we have a phone number. You can reach out to us. WhatsApp. Chelsea monitors the business phone. And then you could always reach out to me on Facebook. Don't be scared to slide into my DMs. If you see me in the Facebook group and you see me there, posted up some stuff, shoot me a message and then I'll get some information from you. I'll connect you with the team. Normal order of operations is basically my team. If you want to work with me, I'm more than happy to do so. And a lot of people do, but the best way it works is that when the girls put together a lot of offers for you and then you and I can sit back, we can go over them together and decide which one might be best for you. And I can share my experience on this ship or this time of year and this company and this itinerary. The girls do so well at filtering out the trips that don't meet your criteria. And they usually give a little bit of leeway because there's always some flexibility there, right? If it's a day too long or a couple $1,000s too much, they'll still throw it in there because it might be worth the extra, worth the extra.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you girls for taking the time to do this. We're going to chop this up. We'll get this out here like ASAP. And if anybody has any questions, you can always reach us at info@thedrakeshake.com. Other than that, thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki, we will see you shortly and you will be a free bird soon. Chelsea, keep doing what you're doing. Everybody, thanks again for participating. Thanks again for the support of the show. Thanks to our listeners. Anything?
Bye.
Bye.
My name is Neil Drake and that was The Shake.
If you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Every week, we discuss a new topic in depth. And if you have any questions, feedback, or just want to say hey, feel free to drop us a line at info@thedrakeshake.com. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you in the next episode.